with Jason. I'm Jason Luttrell, and I'm a marketing automation nerd and management operations specialist consultant for bars and restaurants. And so this session is about automation and AI and how to impress and please our overlords before they take us over and destroy us. So we want to be the help. We do not want to be the ones that get destroyed first. If anybody's seen Terminator, that's how things are going to look. So moving on from that, today we're actually going to talk a little bit more about automation than AI. And this is about this will be less than a 30-minute session. There's every week there's going to be one little thing that I want to show you and why you should have it and how you can implement it in your business pretty easily. And so I'm just going to get right into it. So the purpose of AI and automation is not only to save time and to help us with our day-to-day lives and kind of remove the mundane stuff that we don't want to do every day, but it's also to help us do the stuff that we want to do every day better and more efficiently and more consistently. Additionally, if you have a customer or client-facing business, this is a way to serve them better because they are always going to get exactly the same thing every single time without fail. Automation, AI, it doesn't have hangovers. It doesn't take breaks. It's not going to get married. It doesn't have vacations, and it's never going to be late. So it does only exactly what you tell it to do, and nothing more, nothing less, which is very predictable and reliable. A lot of people think that that AI and automation is not for them, but in reality, you engage with AI and automation many thousands of times a day. If you've ever used your camera on your phone, if you've ever used your phone, then there was an automation that says, when you do this, do that. And so the thrust of that if then is what automation is. So if this happens, then that happens. And so that is what we want to do. And so part of the purpose of this session is to help you understand and help you understand how to implement, how to make these automations and sometimes AI integrations help you with your business, whether you're selling booze or if you're opening up a bar. There's a way to implement this stuff that makes sense, so it's tasteful and friendly and user friendly, and saves you a lot of time. Now, everybody said that the AI and automation was going to put everybody out of business like 50 years ago, but it still hasn't happened. And AI and automation has been around for that long. That's right. So AI is not that young. It's just become more of a forefront in our mind recently. And also the technology has just exploded. This is, it's not Moore's law. I forget which one it is, but the rate that the technology is advancing is increasing. So the longer it is, the longer it's been around, the faster it gets better. So wrap your mind around that one. So that's the purpose of AI and automation. Now let's talk about just one thing that I want to get very clear. There's strategy. And then there's tactics. So if you're using AI and automation is not going to help you unless you're using it strategically. So if you're using it to replace something to replace a bad strategy, you're going to only amplify that bad strategy. It's only going to make that bad strategy bigger and worse. So congratulations. So this is not a replacement for a strategy. For a good strategy. And if your strategy involves implementing a series of tactics to improve guest experience, to make more money, then that makes sense to me in my mind. If you're using AI and automation to mask a bad strategy, it's just going to make it bigger and worse faster. So keep that in mind. All right. So this week I want to talk about a specific tool. Can you see my screen here, guys? Yes, I can't see you, so I'm just assuming that you're nodding your heads yes. So this is my dashboard for my business. My company is called Kinetic Management Systems, and what we do is we help bars and restaurants implement scalable systems that generate revenue and drive sales and guest engagement and staff engagement, recruiting, onboarding, yada, yada, yada. Basically, I make bars money, and I employ a small army of computers to help me do that. And so I wanted to show you, this is just a small part of it. I have a system demo right here. If you want to go to kmsdemo.com, you'll see a website that we built using entirely my system, and you'll see some various versions of little things that I built just to show you what can happen. And just to give you a brief overview of this, most of this is automation and integration, and there's a little bit of AI in here. So this chat widget, for instance, was made with AI, or it wasn't made with it. It was made by coding from an army of nerds distributed around the world. But it was trained on a bunch of different stuff. And in a later session, I'll show you exactly how we built this. But today we're going to talk about appointment booking and nurturing. But this is a really cool feature because what it does is it connects. We trained it on everything that there is to know about a particular restaurant. So that's just that's a AI-enabled chat widget. And this is a button that will launch a phone number. And then, if you engage with a phone number, whether text or email, it's going to automatically text you back and say, sorry, we missed your call. And then you can ask it questions. Then we connected that with an AI, which will answer any question you could plausibly ever have. And so we've taken it from the physical to the virtual world just with the click of a button on a website. This is a form that leads directly into an automation. These are reviews, and we have automatically asked for reviews, and then we automatically respond to the reviews using AI. This is all so that you don't have to. All these blog posts were created by AI, and including the image. Oops, that doesn't go anywhere. I should probably fix it. Oh no, there it is. So this is oops, a little formatting issue here, but yeah. So this image was created with AI. And it was based on the subject matter of the blog post. And so it was published in sequence with an automation. So this is a great way to be small, but act big and to appear big. So that means that I could receive 1,000 phone calls and then respond to each one of them individually and engage with them individually. And I could do that for every minute of every day till the end of time. This is called an exit intent, and this is just a last little nudge to do something. But anyways, so the thing that we're going to talk about today is appointment nurturing, and I'm going to make a live appointment nurture just so you can see what I'm talking about. This is something that all world-class sales reps should be doing. If you have a private dining room in your bar or restaurant, you want to make sure that you are constantly nurturing people in the channel that is interesting to them. So just to think about channels, like a channel could be a Google My Business message, it could be a text message, an Instagram DM, it could be an email, could be any of those things. Anything but smoke signals. I was going to say smoke signals, but that would be wrong. And so what we're doing is I'm just going to go ahead and start creating the workflow. So this is the back end of my system of kinetic management systems. This is what I deliver to my clients. And then I'm going to go into automation, and then I'm going to hit create workflow. Workflow is just a sequence of events with a trigger event, which is something that initiates the rest of the workflow. And I'll show you that in a second. So we're going to start from scratch, although I have made many predefined recipes, and I'll go through those real quick. So these are, this is a new one that I made called Facebook Comments and Workflow AI. And so this means that if you have a comment based on your that you posted in your Facebook page, the AI will go to your Facebook page and then reply to people's comments on your Facebook page. Nasty, nasty stuff. So let's just say we're going to do, so this is WhatsApp. This is Instagram comments. Where is it now? So, and we'll go through each of these ones through as the weeks go by. So I will hopefully see you next Thursday as well for a whole nother recipe, a whole nother tool, and a whole nother hopefully mind-blowing scenario here. So let's go to appointment booking here. Now, I could just actually, I'll just go straight from the recipe and just kind of explain the recipes because we'll keep these pretty short. These don't have to take up an enormous amount of your time. Oh, okay, cool. All right, so let's see here. So an appointment booking. So if you're like a sales rep or if you are booking the things that you want people to attend, then please be sure to use the chat on the bottom right. So if you look at the bottom right of your screen, you can see a chat button that says if you want to chat. I will be looking at that, and so you can tell me what you want to see. Okay, so I'm not going to look at the private messages, so just use the group ones. All right, so let's look at these appointment booking. So appointment booking is when you want somebody to actually physically attend a thing that you're at. That could be a phone call, it could be an event, it could be a meeting. And so here is a trigger event, which is a contact tag. So anytime a tag is added to a contact, then this is going to happen. So let's say that the contact is the tag is added that we add inbound call, right? So if somebody calls inbound, and we are going to automatically tag that with the workflow saying that this contact has called us inbound. We're going to save that trigger event, and then we're going to send them a booking prompt, right? So hi, first name. Thanks for taking advantage of our offer. The next step is to book a quick consultation call. Is now a good time to get you booked? And then then depending on who is assigned to that particular contact, and it's going to say the name of the business right there. So, right. So this is for a direct sales model. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to wait for a response. So we're going to wait for somebody to say something. So if they don't say anything within a day, it's going to time out and move on to the next step of the workflow. So reply to appointments to send appointment prompts. So if they don't respond to this, then so after this happens, then this happens, and then depending on what happens, it's going to fork into one of these two things. Like, did they respond? Yes. Did they not respond? No. And if they did respond, we're going to add a condition here. Did they reply in some positive way? So this is an AI integration. And what happens is we're like looking for a level of intent. Is it positive intent? Like, yes, yeah, sure, you bet. Or is it a negative intent? Like, no, no way, go fuck yourself. Like something negative, right? And so we will read that, and then we will fork the conversation further. And so if they responded, and if they said something positive, then we're going to send them a calendar link. So great. Grab any opening link that works for you here, and then the user's calendar link is going to populate here. These little squiggly lines here are called custom values, and they populate a value that we predetermine somewhere else. So anywhere you see this particular squiggly line, these particular values, user.calendar link, it's going to present that particular user's who's assigned to that contact their calendar link, and then it's going to say it's from them, and then from that bar or restaurant, or from that brand, whatever it is. If they responded but they weren't too positive about it, it wasn't a nice thing, then we're going to send some sort of internal notification saying that this is going to get sent to the user, and this is what the person said. That way, we are always aware of what happened, and we can kind of adjust our messaging and workflow based on that. Now, if they didn't respond, then we will hit them up again. We'll say, hey, Mike, don't miss out on our offer. The next step is to book a consultation call, which you can do here. And then we again use our calendar link, and then hopefully they respond or whatever. But just imagine that you're doing this times like 1,000. Let's imagine you're doing this times every time that your phone rings. And what you're doing is the intention of this is you're converting that inbound phone call into a booked calendar appointment. So they could be calling at 3 o'clock in the morning. You could be sleeping, and then this system will actually convert them into a calendar, into something that's in your calendar. Now, because we have automated our calendars, it's only going to show calendar appointment availability for when you are available. And it's not going to double book you because we will have it checking multiple calendars, whether it's Outlook or Gmail. So this is something that Calendly does, but I also have it baked into my system as well. So let's just talk about if we're going to talk about like calendar booking and stuff like that, we should probably also talk about nurturing. And so nurturing would mean that if let's see here, I have another recipe for this as well. Let's see your calendars. Where did I put that? Calendar. Sorry, I should. So this allows me to be really disorganized. So I don't know. So not only do I not have to pick up the phone, but also I can just say that I don't want to actually even enter into my own calendar the stuff that the calendar appointments that I have. But here's where it gets really fun, is because we are also going to be nurturing the appointment with the person who booked it, right? So people, even if they booked their own appointments, that does not necessarily mean that they are going to show up, right? So we have to remind them. We have to say, hey, Mike, your appointment has been confirmed. And okay, hey, Mike, we'll see you tomorrow. And so this is exactly how that works. So this is a confirmation and reminder. So whenever the trigger event is, if this happens, is if an event appointment is confirmed. There's also other trigger events like as in confirmed, canceled, showed, no show, or invalid. If the event is confirmed, right? So that's good. Then all of this stuff happens. Now we can have multiple trigger events. We can isolate to a single calendar. We can isolate it to a small group of calendars. And so if that happens, then we send them an email saying your appointment has been confirmed. Hey, Mike, your appointment has been confirmed for this date at this time in your time zone. And sometimes, just because people are kind of idiots, myself included, it's you have a hard time keeping track of your appointments. And so what we also do is we also put a calendar invite into their calendar and into your calendar. And then if we need to, we'll send them a Zoom link as well. And so this Zoom link can be a dynamic squiggly line thing called a merge value that leads directly to your calendar. Additionally, these are different links to different automations that say, add this to your Google Calendar. It probably already is anyways. We can add this to your Outlook. But here's some fun ones right here. And these are ones that were really helpful, especially when we were hustling brands, is that this allows you to cancel or reschedule. So if you cancel, so you can click this button to cancel your appointment, and it will automatically take that appointment out of your calendar and into my calendar and out of my calendar. And then we part ways as friends because I hate you for canceling your calendar, your appointment. Or you can reschedule your appointment and pick another time that makes more sense for you. Either way, it's immaterial to me. I haven't done anything because I don't have to, because the system is completely managing all this work that would either 50 years ago would have been handled by an assistant. Today it's typically handled by people saying, oh, what time is good for you? How about Tuesday? How about Thursday? This week or next week? Blah, blah. Like, it eliminates the need for all of that back and forth, and gives you a lot of your time back. So I typically, rather than going back and forth with people, is on every email that I send, it has some sort of a calendar booking link saying, like, if you want to get on my calendar, then here's how it is. If you're really crazy, if you're like pushing ads and getting a lot of inbound leads, then you want to have some sort of a qualification, and to them I'll send a survey, which will ask them a few basic questions to see if they are qualified to be on my calendar. Now, I'm not that cool, and I don't push ads, so I don't have to do all that stuff. Another note about this is that when you have a cancel button on your calendars, you can trigger an automation from that cancel button to put them into another workflow that says, would you like to rebook an appointment for further down the road? And so you just email them a couple of days later, be like, hey, sorry, it didn't work for that timing. Let's reschedule, right? So these are just examples of automations. Now, nurturing happens when we are nudging and subtly just, telling people that it's time to show up, because you don't want to sequester the time in your calendar only to be stood up and them not showing up. So we're going to give them a reminder. So this is we're saying that 24 hours before the event, one day, or it can be however many hours or minutes that you want before the event. And in this case, it's one day. We're going to send them another email saying it's time to. We're going to see you tomorrow. Okay. So hey, Mike, just a friendly reminder that our appointment is in 24 hours. When it's time, head to this link. Right? Great. And then 1 hour before, we're going to say, all right, cool. Here's another email saying, hey, Mike, we'll see you tomorrow at this time. And here's the link again. Just make it obvious, make it really easy. And then in case they don't check their emails ever, we're also going to send them a text message. All right, we're going to say, hey, Mike, just a friendly reminder that our appointment is in 1 hour. And it's from your brand, from your bar. Now, there's all kinds of different ways that we can talk to people. We can use Instagram DMs. We can use Google Business Chats. We can use SMS. We can use we can send people voicemails. It's called an RVM, or ringless voicemail. What that means is that you can pre-record a message that's based on a specific context, and it will ring the person's phone for an eighth of a second, just so they can see the missed call, and then it'll drop a voicemail in their system. And what this typically does is it compels people to see that they see the missed call, and they're like, okay, well, I should probably call this person back. That happens a lot. So if you want to get somebody on the phone, that's a pretty good way to do it, because I don't know about you, but I don't listen to voicemails anymore. And then on and on, 5 minutes before, and then this is the time. So what this does is it just creates this system. It's a series of automations. There's not even much AI in there, and it just helps you to have your appointments and make sure that people show up. So people get kind of bugged out by appointments, and they, the way I would use this for my business is that I would use this for PDRs. I would use this for product sales, PDRs, private dining rooms. So you to make sure that people show up, especially if you're not accepting a deposit. And then there's kind of numerous other reasons. People use this for manager meetings, like for staff to be able to book their time if they have a complaint or a gripe, or if it's a quarterly review. The idea is to get people to show up to where you want them to go, and you should never underestimate the extent to people's laziness or inconsideration. So again, this is all I got for you today. If you would like help, some help implementing any of these strategies for your business, I'm around. Head to my website at kmsops.com or KMS demo. All that stuff is integrated into my centralized CRM, which is how I'm able to handle and service many businesses, and I can help you do the same thing. So if you guys don't have any questions. Anybody have any questions? Okay, I can't see you. I can't see your faces, y'all. So you got to tell me what's up. I'm looking at the chat right now, but if you guys don't have any questions, I hope you have a wonderful Thursday, and I will see you next Thursday at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where we will be talking about the next thing, which is, I haven't really decided what that's going to be. But if you want to tell me what you want that to be, put it in the chat. And all right, y'all. Thanks again for joining me.